Hi, my name is Jeanette, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my journey with Isagenix. I started out the year of 2014 with a firm decision that I was going to make it the year that I got healthy. I believed that that was what the Lord was saying that He was going to do in my life, and I was ready to go. I was ready to get healthy because it had been a long time since I'd felt good. So right away, I ended up having to get 3 different surgeries. Just crazy stuff that I had no idea about before. And so after the surgeries, I was wiped out. But I was still hopeful that this was going to be my year. I figured, well, God's just taking me seriously, and He's getting all the things out of my body that aren't working anymore, and we're going to go from here. So I was kind of optimistic, but I didn't feel well. I was tired all the time. I had already been tired all the time, but then being put under anesthesia 3 times in 2 months, I just didn't have any energy at all. I have 4 kids who I homeschool, and every afternoon I was having to take a nap. I would get the girls working on something, and I would pray like crazy to get my baby down for a nap, and I'd put him down, and then I would just be out until my husband got home. It wasn't great. It was not a good situation, but it was my best at the time. I had also gotten to be pretty overweight. I couldn't fit into most of my clothes, and it was depressing. I remember one day going and looking in my closet for coat hangers because my kids have so many clothes that we always run out. But I went and I looked in there, and I had no empty coat hangers, but I had just a closet full of clothes, whether they be on hangers or stacked up in piles, and none of them fit. Like, I had a few select things that I still fit into, but some of the things in there hadn't fit for years. And I was really discouraged about it, and I thought I should just give up. I should just box these things up and give them away, because there's no way at this point that I'm ever going to fit back into most of those clothes. But I didn't have the energy to do it, so I just kind of shrugged my shoulders and walked out. The next day, my friend Megan called. Megan is one of my closest friends, and we have done so many things together. One of the things that we've done together is try to get a handle on our health. Like, we have done weight loss programs, we've done workout programs, we've walked together, we've commiserated with each other, and over the years, we've had some success, but then we gain everything back. And so I knew Megan's struggles, and she knew mine. But that day she was calling with a new hope. She said, "Jeanette, you have got to try this new program that I am doing, because I have lost 20 pounds in 2 months." And for Megan to say that, it was amazing, because I had seen how hard it had been for her to lose anything, even though she worked out like crazy and she ate really well. But for anything to actually work for her got my attention. And when she said, "It's this great program called Isagenix," I kind of just rolled my eyes, and I thought, oh no, here we go again. Another person's jumped on the Isagenix bandwagon. I had actually been hearing about Isagenix for probably 4 years from some of my close friends at church, and they had all been really successful with it. Like, every single one of them that I had seen, I'd seen some of them get off their Diet Coke addiction. I had seen some of them just get in the best shape you could ever imagine. Others lose weight and just feel better. But I had such a block against it for several reasons. But one of them is that I had heard the word expensive in reference to it. And the sad thing is I didn't even know how much it cost. I didn't even ask anyone how much it cost. I just heard expensive, and that was enough for me. I thought, well, we can't afford that. We live on a teacher's salary. You know, I have work every now and then as a photographer, but I thought, oh, we can't do expensive. But when Megan said it, it was a whole new story for me. And so I thought, well, I'll go to this open house that she's having and I'll learn about it. My husband had already wanted to try it. He was already ready to go. He wanted a change in his life too. And he said, go to Megan's house, learn more. And so I did. I went and I met a bunch of people who had been really successful with Isagenix already. And I listened to the presentation and I was just amazed at some of the things I heard. Through my surgeries at the beginning of the year, I had started researching some natural methods for healing versus traditional Western medical methods. And so I started really understanding that there are a lot of supplements out there that we need. A lot of things that we do as a society that just are not healthy, that we are putting toxins into our bodies. So when I heard them talking about how Isagenix assists our bodies in taking the toxins out, it really piqued my attention. One of the surgeries I had was to get my gallbladder out, and the doctor had said, oh yeah, I could tell it was diseased because it had a layer of fat around it, and I was kind of disappointed when he didn't take the layer of fat out too, but he said, you know, that layer of fat was there just to protect the rest of your organs, and you know, once the gallbladder is gone, then the layer of fat is going to just disappear too. Now that did not happen until after I started Isagenix, but it did happen once the rest of the toxins were kind of cleaned out a little bit. But anyway, that's what helped me to understand, okay, this is true. This does happen. Our body builds up fat to protect our organs and to protect what's inside of us. And if we can get rid of some of the toxins that are in us, then we can just release some of those extra pounds that we don't want. But they are there doing a job that it's pretty amazing if you think about it. But anyway, I went to the open house, I learned more about it, and I thought, okay, I'm ready to try. I'm ready to give it a shot, and we'll do this thing. I started out without the vitamins because I did still want to try and save money. And some people were telling me, well, you know, living on a teacher's salary with 4 kids, you're probably not going to be able to continue to afford the vitamins, so just don't do them, just start without them. And so I just thought, okay, I'll do that. My husband and I split a pack, so halfway through the month we were going to reorder. When we started on it, my husband felt better right away. Like, he had been coming home up until the Isagenix point and just saying, okay, I'm going to help with the kids now. And he'd lay down on the floor and turn on the TV, and the kids would be climbing all over him, and he would just fall asleep. And that was helping with the kids because, you know, they were off of me. But he was so tired too. Like, both of us were just exhausted. A couple days into doing Isagenix, he had all kinds of energy, and instead of coming home and laying down on the floor, he would come home and say, hey kids, let's go to the park, let's go have some fun. And he'd take them all over, and it was great. So he felt all kinds of energy right away. For me, I was feeling better, and I started dropping weight. But I didn't have that energy that everyone was talking about. And so I thought, I want to try those vitamins. I'm going to do that. So I went to make our next order, and I added the vitamins to it. And I saw the price in the little back office there, and I was panicking. If you haven't noticed already, I had a big fear of spending money, any kind of money. But actually, to tell you the truth, Isagenix has helped me with that. Anyway, I waited. I didn't hit the order button until my husband got home, and I said, babe, look at the price. Is it okay? Like, if I would have got the vitamins in the initial pack, it would have been cheaper. And is it okay to do this? And he just looked at me and said, babe, I feel better than I've felt in years. This is totally worth it. And for him to be so confident in it gave me a little bit more confidence too, and I went ahead and I ordered them. And I am so glad that I did, because within a day of adding the vitamins to the rest of the program, I had the energy that everyone was talking about, and I couldn't believe it, but I did. I should also say that I had no desire to work out whatsoever when I first started. But about a month in being on the products, I had so much energy that I had to work out. Like I didn't know what to do either. So I started out having my daughter lead me in her gymnastics warm-up routine. And then from there, I enrolled in an aerial class. And aerial, I don't know if you know, it's when they have the silks hanging from the ceiling and you climb them and do all kinds of poses, which, you know, I'm still learning. I'm at the low end of the class, but I'm getting there. And what amazed me about it is after just one class, the next day I went to scratch my arm, and there was a muscle there that I had never felt before. And I knew that Isagenix was supposed to help you build lean muscle, but it does. It really works fast. Since then, I've enrolled in a training program, a personal trainer program online, and it's been amazing the things I've been able to do since I started this. It's like, this is perfect. This is the perfect combination. Like, I am working out now, and I'm getting this great nutrition, and I'm getting toxins cleansed from my body. I have so much more energy now. It has been, I don't know how long since I've taken a nap, but almost like right since the beginning of when I started. I've been doing Isagenix now since July of 2014, July 8th actually. I ordered it over the July 4th weekend. So I started on July 8th, and right now it's February 1st of 2015. I have lost 35 pounds, and I should have looked up how many inches I lost before I started this, because numbers go in and out of my head so fast. But it's a lot. It's a lot of inches. I am down, let's see, 4 pant sizes since I started, and I am up in energy, and I'm up in confidence too. Not only confidence with how I feel, but confidence in life in general. I think, like, I'm not as scared in other areas like I used to. Like, I used to have that big block on spending money, and now I see, you know, this was worth it. This is worth investing in me, for my kids, and for my husband, and for my family. And it's helped me to trust God more, that He's going to provide and He's going to make a way for us to have the things that we need. Anyway, that's my story so far. And if you have any questions at all about Isagenix or what it could do for you, please don't hesitate to get in touch with the person who sent you to this website. It will change your life. And if you just stumbled on the website on your own, there is a little email address down below all the testimonials, and Angie will get right back to you, I'm sure. But look into it, because it's totally worth it. Thanks.